everybody. Welcome back to the PlayHeadCast. I'm here as always with Cody.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
And my name is Brandon, and today we are going to talk about Ouch by Matt Watson, among other things. Cody, what did you think of the album?
First of all, very surprised you would recommend a dope-ass album like that. Just kidding. But I definitely did not think you would like that kind of, I would say like synthy, almost like hip-hop. It's like lo-fi. It's almost like a lo-fi type of sound. I love that album, dude. That was really good. You put me on to somebody I like. Like, I really like that whole album.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. Like I said, Matt Watson's normally just a comedy guy on Super Mega, but he decided to put out an album of, non-comedy music.
Yeah, and that's because after he told me he was on a funny YouTube channel, I was like, this is actually really, I wouldn't even say like sad, just like, it's very thoughtful, and it's, I like, the music itself is really neat. If you like, kinda, I don't really would, it has like lo-fi type of hip-hop beats.
Yeah.
It has a little more synth in it. I like music production or whatever, so, but, no, and his voice is good too, dude. He's talented. Like, he definitely could be, he could be an artist, or a musical artist, and make money off of that, for sure.
Yeah, I was very pleasantly surprised the first time I heard it, because, like I said, normally just like comedy stuff, I wasn't sure what to expect at all, and it's just got a really nice sound.
What's your favorite song?
Kind of hard to not pick Nokia. I just think that's a really good song.
I like Nokia too. It's not my favorite. I'm not saying not my favorite isn't I don't think it's good. It could be my favorite, but I really liked Come Over.
Oh yeah,
and I think it's
just great too.
Because first, I don't know. I think it was because the first song, what was it, Jello? I was like, oh, this is better than I thought it was going to be. And then now that it had my attention, I was like, oh shit, okay. And that's the song, I think I was paying attention to the most. Oh, fuck. Excuse me, everybody. I just burped up, I don't know if you guys have Dunkin' Donuts out there. Nice, cheap coffee that makes you poop.
Stay classy, Cody.
Yeah, hey, guys, if you're ever having any of, issues down there, and by down there I don't mean your genitals, so you might want to drink some, this Dunkin' Donuts coffee, because it, on cue, gives me my regular bowel movement right at 11. And, I don't know about you guys, but I like to have everything on schedule. The last thing you want to be is about to go somewhere really important when you have to go.
That's
Am I right?
Yeah, that's fair.
But anyway, sorry, I went a little tangent about poop.
You sure did.
I'm gonna recommend my, little album of the week to the peoples.
Okay.
For the people. The people. So I'm sure somebody listening has heard of KAYTRANADA, but I'm not 100% sure if it's a group or if it's just a single artist. I just know I listen to them, or him, or it, their presence, whatever they are. But the artist's name is KAYTRANADA. The album is 99.9%. Super cool, diverse album. It's very unique to itself. Go ahead and give it a listen. It's, I would say, very refreshing, kind of unconventional and chill. A very chill album. Okay. So go ahead and listen to that. I'm excited for you to listen to it, Brandon.
Yeah, I've never heard of this, so I'm going in completely blind.
Very up-and-coming artist. I've been following this artist now for, I'd say, like at least a year and a half. And I've always had a feeling they were going to get bigger. Well, sure enough, they're already on the lineup for some big festivals, so it's pretty neat.
That's
neat
cool
stuff. Anyways, it's time to talk about the news. No.
Well, kind of, because I wanted to bring up the new Battlefield game, because we were just talking about Battlefield 2142.
So me and Brandon accidentally manifest shit in this podcast, and I'm sure we've done it more than once, because I think we talked about this another time. I'm not going to say that happened, because I'm not 100% sure, and I'm definitely not going to go back and listen. But we do manifest shit in these conversations, dude.
Yeah, we were just talking about 2142 in a very recent podcast. I don't know if it was the last one or the one before it. But then, sure enough, I wake up one morning and fucking Battlefield changes their Facebook icon to the 2042 logo.
God damn it,
And
we were only 100 years off.
yeah, I know. That's the funny thing, though. It's like they did end up giving a futuristic game, not the same one or the same
I
amount
saw
of futuristic, but it looks pretty cool.
it looks cool, and look, man, I'm not gonna harsh it. Like, let's be honest, okay? Nobody's trying to make good campaign games anymore. I'm not saying nobody. I'm saying like they that game is a complete competitor. It was built to be a competitor to the other, battle royale style or large shooter platforms there are out there already. Which obviously that's their objective, but oh man, 2142 would have been way fucking cooler.
You
I
wanted
wanted
more of the futuristic.
No, it's not the futuristic. It's the battle dynamic or the battle like fundamentals and components. So like in 2142, it's not only just a ground battle, which is super fucking sick because you get the same thing that you're getting now, and better gadgets and weapons. But on top of that, after you fucking push these fuckers back out of your city, you take these little pods and you take your fucking airplanes and you infiltrate their mothership and you blow it up from the outside in. And it's fucking sick, dude. Just to take over not only the ground, but then to launch up and just get into like a fucking hallway battle, with these people fighting for their fucking lives before you blow them up.
It's nice to hear
awesome.
you so enthusiastic.
Oh my god. And you know what makes me mad, Brandon?
What?
I remember a time where we were like, dude, games are getting fucking crazy cool. Like, what's it going to be like in the future? And it just seems like any game that could have been super sick, they just didn't fucking put enough money into, or nobody just bought into it, so it just fucking flopped. Like, what was that game where you fucking flew around in the mech suits? And you fought in, like, was it Titan? Not Titan,
Titanfall?
fuck, maybe. Not Titanfall, that was sick, though. I love Titanfall. I really love Titanfall. No, it was a game that came out recently. Not recently, like maybe 3 or 4 years ago. And you fly around like this like Avatar-looking area in your little fucking mech suits, and there's different kinds.
Oh, are you talking about that BioWare game, Anthem?
Yep, Anthem. Anthem could have been cool, but you know what happened?
They didn't know what they were doing.
Not only that, dude, public opinion just like, let's be honest, dude, like, nobody wants a great game if they haven't seen one. And this generation has not seen great games, dude. Like, I feel bad for them. I just downloaded the old Ultimate Spider-Man on my fucking little tablet here. Oh my god. You can play as Venom. You can play as fucking Venom whenever you want. Just switch back and forth between Spider-Man and Venom. You can still get around the whole city. Everything's all cel-shaded, so it looks comic booky. And the mechanics are, if not just as good as the swinging mechanics in a Spider-Man game now. But you can play as Venom. See, they appeased an audience. Like, now it's just about, well, we don't have the fucking budget to, make a whole nother character that you can play as in the game. Well, fuck you. Don't make that game.
Or they don't want to, and they'll charge you for it later.
Yeah, or they'll charge you for it fucking later. Like, we were spoiled rotten, dude. I remember we just had it was so bad. I remember when games started coming out, we'd be like, fuck, dude, how am I ever going to play all these games?
Yeah, there was a great era during the
2007, 8, 9, like,
yeah, like the
God.
360 era. There was a ton of really fun games.
You're the reason I got an Xbox, because I wanted to play Dead Rising, and I was like, okay, and I never ended up getting that fucking game. But what was funny is you were like, dude, this game, this had nothing to do with Xbox, but you're like, this game came out, Cody, and it's only had like one update. I was like, damn. One fucking update? And that's how good it is. But anyway, dude, Left 4 Dead. Dude, when that came out, that was fucking insanely cool.
Yeah, there's tons of great 360 games. Gears of War. I feel like that kind of goes without saying.
To go deeper, dude, there's PC games that are a million times better than those games that nobody's ever heard of.
Yeah, the PC market, unfortunately, has a lot of really good hidden gems.
I think like I'm positive if you just took a texture pack and maybe like a couple little modifications to 2142 and just released that as a free fucking arcade game, it would fucking outdo any shooter right now, hands down. If you put it on a controller-based platform.
Yeah, I could see that.
Easily, dude. If I'm so mad. Like, I had to fucking torrent Ultimate Spider-Man, and the controller isn't even as good because, you know, I'm using... Whatever, you get it. It's not just through the console. And I'm just like, fuck, why? Like, why not go back and re-release this game? Make some money. Take my fucking money, please, dude. This game is awesome. It's better than most games I play today. I just hate it, dude. Like, it's like, who comes up with these ideas and who's preventing this from happening? Whoever's preventing it, I want them hung tomorrow.
Well, the sad thing is that now some games make significantly more from microtransactions than they ever would from a game released by itself.
Exactly. But you know how, like, you know how much memory it takes to have the full 2142 game on your computer, dude? It's like 3 gigabytes maybe. Maybe. The whole game! Ah! Holy shit!
Yeah, when did that come out? I don't actually know.
2006. It was officially developed in 2006. I believe it was released in 2007.
Okay.
The only reason I bought it because I was sitting there at a fucking Walmart and they had those little computer game expansion sets or whatever. I was like, oh, what's this? 2142? Oh, future, okay. I tried to play it, something was wrong. I had to learn how to patch, like, folders for the first time. Never knew how to do that before. Had to get a new graphics card, and when I finally got to play the fucking game, I was blown away. And then I played more Battlefield games. I had better mods. There was, like, mods to do, like, Vietnam shit, dude. It was sick. You could build, like, fucking bunkers, little fucking rally point. Oh, my God, dude. Loved it. Love it.
Yeah, there's been some good games this generation, but I feel like there hasn't been as many like obvious go-to hits. Like, I don't have as many games I can recommend to people as I used to.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Back when you could play a game, playing a game used to be like reading a book. You didn't need anybody else involved, you know? It was kind of like, I want to play this game, and then you talk about the game. But now it's just kind of like, I have to beat everybody and be better. And now I have to talk shit to people. And I'm going to say things that they can't hold me accountable for.
I mean, I've been playing fucking Galaxies on that server, and that's from 2003 or some shit.
The same server?
Restoration 3, the one that I talked about last time.
Dude, oh, speaking of games re-releases, yeah, whatever, we can talk about whatever we want, right?
Yeah.
Vanquish had a re-release.
Did it?
Yeah, dude, it did. I was actually like, wow, that was a good, like, good on them, dude. But, you know, I'm a piece of shit because I still haven't bought it.
I didn't know that had a
We
re-release.
want these re-releases. I will not pay for them. I'll pay close to nothing. Yeah, I think they remastered it. I'm not saying it's like better graphics, but I mean it can run on like next gen consoles, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but that was like, but see what I mean? That's what I'm talking about, right? Like that game was actually really cool. A lot of people have never played it, probably never will. If you never played Vanquish, it's not even. It's like the small details of that game make it so fucking dope. Like taking cover and like laying down or like throwing your fucking cigarette to catch like a heat-seeking missile and shit like that. What? That's so cool.
Yeah, I like the detail, like you said, like laying down to take cover, because most games don't have cover that's that low that you like lay down and then like push your head up against it.
Which you would be doing in real life. Even if the cover was like that short, even if it was tall, you'd still be pretty fucking low.
But yeah, Vanquish was pretty damn cool. It was really hard on the highest difficulty, but I still beat it, I remember. Mm-hmm. Lost my fucking mind.
Oh. Alright, whatever. Bringing it up. So, I could be wrong, but I believe that the lead singer of Blink-182, or the original lead singer, whatever the fuck his name is, By the way, I'm an idiot because I don't even know the guy's name, and I'm not even sure if this is true.
Okay.
I believe he's a part of a government specialist team for identifying UFOs. I'm not even fucking kidding. And I also believe that I was told this man believes in Bigfoot.
Okay.
Now, another person on this team who I am aware of, Jeremy Corbell, who's like, his whole life, he looks like a 40-year-old like kid, and he sounds like a kid, but he has gray hair. I don't hate him. I don't hate Jeremy, but he's all like, you know, me and my team have been researching this, and how do you explain these videos? He made like a really cool documentary recently that actually had some footing, but he's a part of this team. I know he is. I know he is a part of this team, and I'm thinking to myself, like, so the government was like, hey, these things that are flying around that we don't know what they are and could easily, as far as we know, you know, infiltrate any of our security. Well, we're not going to take it very seriously or do anything to figure out what it is. So we left a couple job position openings for some quacks to just come in and, you know, tell us what they know. What fucking sense does that make?
I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about, so I can't really comment.
Okay, well, anyways, if you're not going to, I'll send you a link. I swear I will. Just I'm not of anything in particular, not a long read. I just want you to be made aware of this group that is government funded. That's the UFO hunters. And one of the members is the ex-singer for Blink-182. This is like, I feel like I'm in a movie.
That's
like
bizarre.
in a comic book. It's fucking bizarre. It's bonkers. Hey, do you remember Austin McBroom?
Is that a person we went to school with or something?
Yes, Brandon.
You
We went to
shouldn't-
middle school.
You shouldn't be using last names. We've talked about this.
Fuck, go ahead and edit that out. Well, fuck. Okay. He was in a boxing match recently.
Oh, okay. Well, if it was publicized, I guess you could mention it.
Well, he's famous.
Is he?
Yeah, he's like really famous.
Okay. Well, I'll leave it in.
All right. Sorry, guys. False flag. I mean, not false flag. Yeah, whatever. False alarm. Everybody knows him. I'm sure somebody listening to this was aware that we went to school with him. Yeah, I got in a boxing match, and I guess he won. Whatever. I'm not bitter, but yeah, it was weird. I was just like, what the hell? We went to high school with I guess high school a little bit, but he went on to do like YouTube.
Really?
Yeah. The fuck, dude? I don't know. I guess I'm like wondering, like, cause how many are you aware of anybody else who got famous when we got out, or when we got out of the pit, man? Do you know anybody else that made it? No. Who else did we go to high school with that like kind of got famous?
I couldn't tell you, man.
Me neither. I was surprised about that one. I was like, what the fuck? You know, one time he hawked a loogie on me.
Oh, like on purpose?
Yeah, we got a fight.
That's disgusting.
I know, right? Like, I'm not trying to be like, I remember that day. I'm just saying it would have been kind of cool to see him get the shit beat out of him. But also, I really don't hold any bitterness to him. I think like the last thing I ever said to him in high school was like, "Hey, man." Hey, man. It's like you'll be angry at somebody for years, and then you finally see him, and you're like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" Like, what? Why was I mad? What's going on with you, man?
Oh, God. Not a whole lot in particular. I don't think, anyway. I don't think anything's come up in particular, but, I've been playing the fuck out of Galaxies again. And it feels weird after, like, 11 years, because some things are, like, burned into my brain forever. And then there's some shit that I just completely forgot about.
Oof. So now, like, you're kind of playing the game again, like, for the first time in a way.
Like, partially, because like I said, some things are really solid in my brain, and then some things I'm like, what the fuck, how did I ever do this?
God, dude, it's like weird how many details. Cause I overlook small details all the time. I mean, fuck, dude, I didn't know my own address until I was like probably well into my preteens, like 12.
I see.
It's fucking dumb, man. I don't know. I play games now, and I'm like, when did this happen? Like, I was playing Ultimate Spider-Man 2, right? Or not 2, Ultimate Spider-Man. And there's like this whole beginning boss fight. It's really funny, by the way. There's just like, literally you just stand there and you jump around until it fucking ends. But anyways, there's this whole boss fight, and he said, fucking Venom eats a kid. Like, just eats a fucking kid. No, you are Venom and then you eat the kid. And I was like, what? When did this happen? Was this just like okay 5 years ago just to fucking eat kids? And you definitely ate him. Like, the kid is dead. You kill a kid.
Damn.
But that's Spider-Man, so it's okay.
Well, you could kill kids in the original Fallout game.
Oh, could you? Can't you kill kids in one of the Star Wars games? Like, can't you kill the younglings?
That I'm not sure about.
Hey, man, I'm not saying I agree with what he did, but I respect his strategy, dude. Just cut the snake right at the head.
What, Anakin killing children?
They're not children, dude. They're Jedi. They can't even be like considered like normal people. They are extremely dangerous if they're left alive.
Wow, Cody.
They're an extremist religious cult that tries to impose their will on everybody, and they kill anybody who has anything to say about it.
You know what's funny is, like, there are people who read that out of the movies, and they think that it was, like, intentionally designed that way. I don't think it was. I think George Lucas fucked up and accidentally made the Jedi, like, shitheads.
Yeah, I do too. I
don't think it was on purpose.
No, it wasn't. I can almost see where he fucked it up too. It's him. I think he fucked it up not in just the decision of deciding to make the earlier parts of the Chronicle, you know, later. I mean, I knew he wanted better equipment, you know, to make it look cool, but I feel like somewhere in that transition he lost some continuity building up Anakin, because when he built up Anakin, he had to make it like seem like Anakin was going crazy, but nobody noticed too much. Like, some people might have noticed.
Yeah.
But obviously not Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan was blinded by his love for him. But I think in that, he made the Jedi kind of out to be dicks, you know? Like, they kind of were. In that version of it, I mean, I guess it is canon, it just seems a little... I get the Jedi are supposed to be non-violent and passive creature, but they're not passive at all. Like, they very much impose their will.
You know, speaking of... I'm sorry, you can go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Speaking of, like, the prequels and how some of it doesn't, like, really line up with the original movies, something that drives me nuts, and I haven't been able to stop thinking about it since it was pointed out to me. So, do you remember what Obi-Wan looks like in the very first Star Wars movie?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, he's like wearing the robes in the desert.
Yeah.
Okay, the reason he's wearing those robes is because he's like a hermit in the desert and he's in hiding, right?
Yeah.
So why the fuck is like every Jedi dressed like that in the original movies all the time? Or I mean in the prequels. Like, that doesn't make any sense because he's wearing that and he's in hiding. Why would he be wearing his robes if they were official Jedi attire?
And okay, so I see exactly what you're talking about, but what I will say is I notice they're in those robes whenever they're on missions, especially when they're on missions, like on other planets. But it sounds like to me somebody was like, oh, that's just what they wore in the old movies. Let's just bring those costumes right back over and keep the You're right. No, it's like Star Wars is a fucking, like, if not the greatest sci-fi opera that's ever existed. And you can't even, like, take the time to get little details like that. I feel like, you know, George Lucas, I don't believe, was super happy with how everything went down after his original story, even though he is at fault for some of the writing.
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever heard about the, like, how the editor basically saved the original movie.
Yeah, I did hear about that.
There's tons of shit that's cut out that was just awful.
And everybody, what was he saying? Because he said they would always butt heads, right?
Yeah.
And didn't the assistant end up directing one of the movies? I believe he directed The Empire Strikes Back. Who directed The Empire Strikes? Was it George Lucas or
No,
him?
it was not George Lucas. I know that much.
Yeah, because that obviously was. God damn, that was a fucking good movie, dude.
Oh yeah,
I can
it's
watch
great.
that. I can watch that right now. Never see any of the other Star Wars and be fucking blown away.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Anyways, fucking yeah. There's a couple of things I didn't understand either. Like, I think they should explain the Mandalorian thing a little more. What are some bigger issues I have? I don't like that they don't really give the Sith like any fucking story arc time.
Yeah, I
mean,
guess
I know
not. They're just kind
but
of
they-
the bad guys, and they're just kind of...
Yeah, like they really make them one-dimensional characters. Like when you actually know about the Sith, they were just as fucking nice and, if not more, willing to stay on the light side than fucking Anakin or Obi-Wan were. And it would just be interesting to see how they got corrupted. Like what got them. Everybody, all of them had a vice, and some of them weren't really bad. They were like anti-heroes. I like the Gray. That was fucking... I don't know if that's canon or if that was just like a little like spin-off story, but I'm a big fan of the fucking Gray, dude.
Well, the thing about Star Wars is the way George Lucas would have it is it's very black and white, and there's not a lot of room for gray, which is why the prequels, like I was saying about how the Jedi are like accidentally assholes, and I don't think he meant to do it that way. I think that's part of why I believe that is because he has it so black and white.
Yeah, and he definitely made it hard because when they're fulfilling the prophecy of Anakin, I understand how they did it in the sense that the balance of the Force. I think, is it supposed to be taken as the balance is quite literally evil and good never being more powerful than the other? Or
Anakin was meant to kill the Emperor.
okay, so that he brought balance to the Force when he killed the Emperor, not when he took out all the fucking Jedi. Well, actually, you could argue both of those were bringing balance to the Force.
Well, it wouldn't be balanced though because he exterminated like all of one side.
Not all, and in his defense, there wasn't many Sith around either. So all I'm saying is like, you could argue that those who follow, were on the light side or whatever you call it, who believed in the Force, not the dark side. What's the opposite? What are the Jedi? There we go. You could argue that the Jedi had kind of been blinded by their own self-righteous goals, and maybe have, in a way, becoming the very thing that they, were trying to prevent. And you could also argue that that was kind of, what Palpatine was feeding off of, and what he was, bouncing back to Anakin to show him, like, look at the hypocrisy that they show. Look at their hypocrisy. They claim we're the ones imposing our will, but look at what they're doing. And Anakin he's like, fuck, you're right. What do I do? And he was always struggling with this. Am I good? Am I bad? Am I good? And I think towards the end he realized, like, none of this is good. Nobody should be fighting. You know what I'm saying? There's no need for this, like, we need to always be able to compromise and to know that, that's basically what I think the point was. Kind of
I don't know. He murdered children.
He did. He did murder children, and he is the ultimate example of what, for not only forgiveness, but that anybody can change. He sacrificed all of that shit that he did, and all of that built ego to give, somebody else a chance to make the world a better place. Yeah, he's a piece of shit and he'll never be forgiven by me or any of the other, I don't know, fucking whoever chooses to forgive Anakin. Fuck you, Anakin. But, I think that was, like, initially the point was, like, hey, you can't be all good all the time, and you can't be like this. Some people can. Some people can, put all thought out of their mind and be in the present, blah, blah, blah. But there's just no way you're ever going to be all good and all evil. and you have to balance the two at all times. You have to know when to channel one or the other. And I'm telling you, dude, I love Anakin. I like that character in particular, like Darth Vader's character. After I learned more about him, I resonate a lot with Anakin. Not in this, I would never kill kids with a lightsaber.
With a lightsaber? What does that mean?
I don't know. I feel like that's brutal, man. I might just, like, you know, slip some, like, euthanasia pills in there, or take him out to a ranch and just let him out, let him run free.
Just light him on fire and leave him in a room.
Maybe just push him in that pit in, is that Tatooine?
Oh, the Sarlacc?
Yeah, man. I'll just be like, hey, kids, we're gonna go to the sandbox, and then just, like, they wouldn't even know what hit them.
Sell them to Jabba as fucking slave labor.
At least make a buck off him or something.
Comes
Hey,
back
Brandon.
and he's like, hey, Palp, I didn't kill him, but I made some money.
Made some dough. Looks like we're going. I don't know, to the Death Star. Where do people? Oh, I don't know. Where do people in Star Wars go to gamble?
To like in Galaxies, there's like little gambling machines inside of like some of the cantinas.
All right, Brandon. We're gonna play a game. On the count of 3, you're gonna cut the audio. I'm gonna go pee. 1,
Okay.
2, 3. All right, I'm peeing. I just think you're.
Hi, Bear.
Are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell? Have you been here the whole time?
Yeah.
My fucking computer, like, when the screen dies out, it cuts the audio. From my end, I guess. I don't know if you heard me, I just couldn't hear you. Fucking weird. Alright, yeah, and I'm back.
Alright.
But, yeah, man, fuck those kids.
Is this really the hill you want to die on?
You know what, dude? Look, I mean, if they have it so fucking bad, well, they better get in touch with that force that they're so fucking sensitive to and find a way out. Like, shit. I don't know, man. I mean, what do you do? It's like, yeah, we could leave them alive, or leave them alive and they'll definitely come back and fucking kill us. Or, I don't know. Why don't they just take them and turn them into Sith kids? Like, why didn't the Sith have a Sith Academy for the little Sith babies?
See, that would have been maybe the smarter thing to do.
Sith daycare?
Yeah, if they were just like, hey, so you're never going to see your parents again. We're taking you somewhere else, and you're going to do what we fucking tell you.
Yeah, what year did you graduate the Sith Academy? 2011. I was the valedictorian. I burnt my mom in front of everybody just to show how committed I was. That'd be pretty brutal. Like you're like the only way to graduate is you have to like kill the closest thing to you or something like that. I don't know.
That'd be
I feel like you think the Sith would make you do that?
I don't know. The other Star Wars MMO, the more recent one, the Old Republic, I think if you play as a Sith, they have you go through the training that a Sith goes through, and you have to make decisions the way a Sith would.
Only a Sith deals in absolutes.
That's an absolute. That's why that's so fucking hilarious. Only a Sith.
Deals in absolutes. I know that is an absolute.
That is so fucking... That's what I mean. Like, George Lucas is not a great writer.
Well, that's the problem is when you get too deep in the psychology of anything, you start to realize, like, to be honest, nobody's right. You can't really prove anybody's right. Like, we just all kind of agree that something is right and something is wrong. Like, public opinion is everything. I wonder how the public opinion of, like, the republics has shifted over the years. 4 more years of Donald Trump.
Ugh.
What if he was just like in Star Wars, just with a robe?
Fuck off.
Shadadora Bora Wookie Nipple Pinchy.
Nice Family Guy reference there, bud.
Yeah, I know somebody got that.
And Shabandora, a Wookie nipple pinchy.
Oh fuck! I just had something really, really good the other day. Oh my god, dude! A nerd's rope.
Oh,
You ever had
like Nerds Rope?
Now check this out, motherfucker. This place sells these little like kits where you put like chamoy and tahini on them. Oh lord! I put all the nerds ropes in a bag and I shake it up. It's really good.
I see.
Yeah, I can't, dude. I don't know. Like, is this like the age where we need to start fucking like taking care of ourselves? Because I feel like we're running out of like you know. I feel like when you're young, you have a little force field around you, and every day like a little meteor hits it, but then eventually it's just losing fucking power.
I don't know. It's probably good to have always taken care of yourself as opposed to suddenly worrying about it.
I mean, I run for like 2 months in the year, and then I just never run again. I get bored.
I don't do
Working
shit. I've gotten horrifically lazy.
Yeah. It's like, I guess you just gotta do it. But the only time I've ever
absolutely.
been, yeah, taking action's fucking hard though, man. It's not that it's hard. It's like, I'm sure you've done this. You just kind of get in deep reflection, and like, dude, I don't hate, but I realize how much like I lie to myself. I'm like, oh, I can't do this because of this or blah blah blah, and I'm just like, nah, I could do it. Like if I really fucking had to, like fucking like, I don't. Sometimes I wish just like a banshee would just manifest and just like literally scare the fucking shit out of me if I don't do it what I'm supposed to do. Like, okay, I'll do my homework, just sitting there waiting on me. That would be a good business.
Some way
You
to
just
like
have-
whip people into fucking shape.
Yeah, man, you just have a guy with a chainsaw, and if you don't do it, you're supposed to start revving it more and more closer to you, and you're like, okay. It would work. Probably go deaf.
Speaking of banshees, I'm sad that you don't have your own VR setup to play Phasmophobia with me in VR, but I'm super looking forward to it.
Dude, that is one thing, man. I need a job right now. I need a job. Like, I haven't really worked. Like, when I say work, I mean work a job you don't like because you have to.
Oh,
In like in a while.
That's been every job I've ever had.
I know, dude. That's why I feel like a fucking ungrateful piece of shit. Like, every time I'm like, I'm like, you know what, dude? I got a lot of balls sticking my nose up to something that I need right now. I just fucking, I don't know, man. The last job I did like that was basically, I served at Applebee's for like 3 weeks, and it was really kind of my first serving job.
Dude,
where I was only serving.
Serving sucks.
Bro, they didn't really, like, I was there for like a day, and they just threw me on the floor, and I get sometimes that's like the best way to learn, but I fucked up a lot, and I was like, dude, this could have easily been prevented by just like, I don't know, scheduling me for training, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway. And then, like, I didn't leave because I was doing bad, I left because the fucking restaurant was toxic. I was like, dude, these fucking people drop dirty-ass spoons on the floor and just, like, wipe them off with, like, a fucking towel and then put them back. I'm like, this is disgusting.
That's
like,
terrible.
I don't feel good about myself working here, you know? But, I don't know. What's the nastiest thing you've seen in, like, the food business? Honestly, like, for in person, like, you're like, I actually saw that. Like, what the fuck?
I don't know. I guess I haven't really seen anything, like, too horrible, because I worked with people who weren't complete animals. But, I remember one time there was just, like, a weird piece of, like a patty, and it was just, like, laying on a tray. and it was definitely not supposed to be there. And I was like, what's that doing there? And then the guy that I was working with, he just looked at it and he was like, some fuck ass meat. And I was like, what about it? And he was like, just some fuck ass meat.
Man, that's some fuck ass meat right there, dude. Bro, I know what he's talking about too. Sometimes, dude, I'll get my burger and be like, what the fuck is this fuck ass meat? Just, it's all dry and dehydrated.
It means they left it too long in the tray.
Fuckers. Okay, you know what? Actually, I hate when, like, I'm at a restaurant and there's nobody there, and it's, like, in the middle of the day, like, nobody's working past their hours, and, like, I get food and it's all super messed up, but I'll go somewhere when it's slammed to get food that's, like, way more put together. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's,
I guess it's because you're more on your toes if you're on a rush.
I think that just speaks to, like, laziness, because if they don't want to make a new patty, they'll just use one that... Alright, sorry about that, folks. I have no idea where it cut off, but I had a power fail. So that sucks.
It's pretty hot out there, so I mean, I'm in Florida, but it's a different kind of heat. You guys are just getting pounded by the sun right now.
Yeah, it was 110 the other day.
Oh my god. Like, is it so hot that the air conditioning's not even doing it?
It's not working as much as I would like it to be, that's for sure.
Like, see, this is the thing. In Florida, if it's hot here, man, and you get in the shade, it's still fucking hot, right?
Yeah.
But like in California, like it could be hot as fuck out, but if you're just under some shade, I mean, you're not gonna die. It's still pretty hot though. I just hate that fucking like hot wind that blows in your face.
Oh yeah, that's horrible.
Like windy hot days. Ugh. God, man. That poor state. You guys are it's like somebody took a fucking magnifying glass and they just like every once in a while they'll go and put a fucking magnifying glass on it and then they'll just shake it a little bit and give. When's the last time you guys had a big earthquake?
Oh, I don't know. It's been a while.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, you were asking me if I had ever served before, and
that's right.
I have at a. Again, apologies if the recording screwed up before we get to that part, but yeah, Cody was asking me if I had ever served in a restaurant or something like that, and I have in an old folks' home.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, and let me tell you, it was pretty shitty.
Yeah, because I don't imagine they tip you.
Well, no, they don't. So it's like all the stress of being a waiter, with the added frustration of like old people who might be going through cognitive disorders and stuff, so they're not necessarily the nicest people, and you don't get tips.
And you don't get tips. See, why don't they just pay those people more? I don't know, whatever. God, man. See, the reason retirement homes suck, and the reason, like everybody's gets treated like shit in them and they're not happy is because they don't get enough money. Like, people should be paid a lot more money to do those jobs.
Yeah, I would agree.
You can make a living.
For what I was getting paid, it was kind of a lot to ask.
Like, if you were at least getting 20 an hour, and you got decent paychecks, like, if you could at least make out of somewhere around $800, $900 a week, it would be worth it.
Yeah. Sadly, the place I was working at had lots of other issues. I'm actually part of a class action lawsuit against it. There was like elder abuse. They weren't paying workers correctly, like all kinds of shit. So
yeah, I'm actually in a lawsuit with somebody. I can't say who, but I'm in a lawsuit with somebody right now too.
A regular lawsuit or a class action?
A class action, but it's against one person.
Oh, okay.
And it's justifiable, to be honest. I'm not going to say names or whatever, but I'll just say it's a particular doctor who's clearly not fit to be a doctor in the profession they're in. And malpractice is like one of the things I'd say this person is definitely guilty of. And this is whatever. Nobody's going to know what I'm talking about. I brought a recorder in the office with me during one of my visits and just turned it on in my pocket.
Uh-huh.
And I asked my lawyer, I was like, is that legal? and they were like, "Well, we'll see." But
We'll
he
see.
listened to the tape, and he was like, "Oh yeah," he's like, "This guy's got to go."
Damn.
Yeah, he's like, I've never had a slam dunk piece of evidence like that. He's like, I'm really glad you got that. He's like, because now I know if I just push it harder, I'll win. You know.
Hmm.
If the other party's guilty, if you push it enough, they'll settle.
Yeah, I could see that.
And the issue is the longer they wait, the more the settlement's going to be. Because not only are they going to have to pay out everybody involved, but they're going to have to pay their lawyer fees as well. Wow. I would never want to get sued.
Yeah, I've heard it sucks.
Yeah, man. And I think somebody, I could be wrong, I think somebody has tried to sue me before.
Tried to?
Or, I don't know. No, I think, never mind. That was just like email. I got like a spam email. I don't know. I just remember seeing like some email about like Fox threatening to sue me for like torrenting something, and I was like, dude, I haven't torrented something in years. I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I think that's mostly a scare tactic. I don't think they're actually gonna fucking take the time to sue you.
It's a slap on the wrist, and most of the time what it is you might have like some kind of background, something in your computer seeding a torrent or something, and not even know you're doing it, which honestly is like, come on.
All right, we're coming up on time here. Good talk today. Hopefully it fucking survived the power fail. We'll see. We'll try to save it.
Yeah, man.
And we are going to be listening to 99.9% by KAYTRANADA. Is that how you say it?
Right on. Yeah, KAYTRANADA. That's correct.
KAYTRANADA.
I mean,
Okay.
I could be saying it wrong too. I've never really heard anybody like in an interview or anything say the name. But I've heard other people say it like that too. I don't fucking know.
All right, well, we'll just assume KAYTRANADA unless somebody shows up and corrects us.
Yeah, right.
Somebody in the comment, excuse me? You
Actually,
fucking prick!
each letter represents a member of the group, so that would make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 members. Okay, I'm just kidding. Well, minus the 0.1% member.
Shut up.
Yeah. But it was good talking to you, man. Good to be back.
Always good.
Hopefully, I'm not saying this was the most timely weekly posting, but hopefully we can get it around this time next week too.
Yeah, we'll try to get that done.
All right, boys and girls and thems. Catch you later.
All right, bye-bye, folks.